Press, and welcome to the LRTVS Newswatch for Wednesday, March 4, 2026. Making the headlines this evening, Guyanese across the country celebrated Holi on March 2, 2026. A 50-year-old businesswoman was on Monday denied bail and remanded to prison after appearing before the Blairmont Magistrates Court on a narcotics trafficking charge. 2 Child Protection Agency officers have been suspended after a video circulating showed a schoolgirl being dragged at the Stabroek Bus Park. Police in Regional Division 6 have detained a 21-year-old man following the discovery of high-powered weapons and ammunition during an intelligence-led operation in Ulverston, Quarantine. The driver charged in connection with the death of a 21-year-old Jagdeo Bim Singh appeared in court this morning. A mourning meant for Pago festivities has plunged an East Coast Demerara community into mourning after 2 young siblings tragically drowned in a trench near a water treatment facility at Enterprise. And health officials are encouraging citizens to prioritize their well-being as National Nutrition Awareness Month is observed. We'll bring you full details of these stories when Newswatch returns. Welcome back, and now for the news in detail. Guyanese across the country celebrated Holi on March 2nd, 2026. Ashley Smith tells us more.
Also known as Pagwa, the Hindu Festival of Colors marks the triumph of good over evil and the arrival of spring. Across various communities, participants gather to celebrate with their traditional throwing of colored powder, symbolizing renewal, unity, and the breaking down of social barriers.
सोने की थारी में जो ना परोसा,
सोने की थारी में जो ना परोसा,
अरे सोने की थारी में, हाँ सोने की थारी में जो ना परोसा.
The festival, rooted in the legend of Prahlad and Holika, continues to highlight Guyana's rich cultural diversity and spirit of togetherness. Holi 2026 observed in a vibrant display of unity as citizens from all backgrounds joined in the celebrations nationwide. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Ashley Smith.
A 56-year-old businesswoman was on Monday denied bail and remanded to prison after appearing before the Blairmont Magistrates Court on a narcotics trafficking charge. Delon Adams tells us more in this report.
A shopkeeper from Seafield Village, West Coast Berbice, has been remanded to prison after being charged with possession of cannabis for the purpose of trafficking. The accused, Joan Razak, appeared before Magistrate Michelle Matthias at the Blaymont Magistrates Court, where the allegation was formally read to her. It is alleged that on February 27, 2026, she had 141 grams of cannabis in her possession for the purpose of trafficking. Razak, who was not represented by an attorney, entered a plea of not guilty. During the proceedings, Police Prosecutor Sergeant Garfield Edwards objected to bail, pointing to the quantity of narcotics and the seriousness of the offense. The prosecutor also raised concern that the defendant may not return for trial, noting that she reportedly resides in Suriname and was alone in the shop at the time the substance was found. After considering the submissions, Magistrate Matthias refused bail and remanded Razak to prison until March 20. The case was since been transferred to the Weldad Magistrates Court for continuation. According to the information presented in court, police ranks were on mobile patrol duties at around 10:15 hours on February 27, 2026 in Seafield Village, when they observed the woman behaving in a manner that deemed suspicious as she entered her shop. Officers approached and carried out a search with her consent, but nothing illegal was found in her possession. However, a further search of the premises led to the discovery of a black and brown side bag inside a freezer. The bag reportedly contained 42 small transparent Ziploc bags filled with leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. The substance was weighed in her presence and amounted to 141 grams. She was subsequently cautioned, arrested, and informed of the allegation. Police said she declined to give a written statement. The suspected narcotics were later sealed and lodged as investigation continues. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Delon Adams.
2 Child Protection Agency officers have been suspended after a video circulating showed a schoolgirl being dragged at the Stabrook Bus Park. Shayna King tells us more.
A video circulating on social media shows 2 officers attached to the Child Protection Agency dragging a schoolgirl through the Stabrook Bus Park.
I'm going to school. No, don't show me this now. Don't show me this, yeah. You can't drag any girl. Don't show me this. Don't show me this. I'm going to pull this up. Don't show me this. Sorry. Don't show me this. You can't drag any girl. You got children too. You got children. You got anybody drag your children. Little girl, what? Get up, girl, get up. Get up, what? Get up, no, get up, get up, get up. No, get up, what? Get up, go on. You don't do nothing? No, come. I go with you, come. Come, I'm going with you. Come, I'm going with you.
At one point, one of the officers were seen holding onto the girl's hair while pulling her. Persons at the bus park were also speaking out against the way the child was treated. Minister of Human Services and Social Security, Dr. Vidya Prasad, confirmed that the matter was brought to her attention and that the officers were suspended with immediate effect. She says the Guyana police force has also been called in to take further action. The ministry stated that this type of behavior will not be tolerated. The incident comes as the Child Protection Agency recently launched daily patrols at major bus parks. The exercise, known as Street Light Activity, targets students found at the bus parks during school hours. During the first operation last month, 30 students were found at the bus park while school was in session. The ministry says the patrols will continue as a part of efforts to protect children and encourage school attendance. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Shayna King.
More news after these messages. You're watching the LRTVS Newswatch. Now for more news. Police in Regional Division 6 have detained a 21-year-old man following the discovery of high-powered weapons and ammunition during an intelligence-led operation in Ulverston, Quarantine. Delon Adams brings us more in this report.
Law enforcement officers in Region Division 6 had launched an investigation after an assault rifle, a handgun, and several rounds of ammunition were uncovered during a targeted operation at Ulverston Village, Quarantine Berbice, on Tuesday, March 3, 2026. According to the police, the exercise formed part of ongoing efforts to probe a series of recent robberies reported in Rosal Town. Acting on gathered intelligence, officers intercepted and arrested a 21-year-old construction worker from Alness Village. During follow-up searches at an unoccupied lot in Ulverston, ranks reportedly observed a suspicious sack concealed in a tambourine tree. Upon inspection, the bag was found and contained a 9mm pistol with 4 corresponding rounds, an AK-47 rifle loaded with 17 7.62 rounds, and a pair of gloves. The suspect was taken into custody and escorted to the Rose Hall Town Police Station, where the weapons and ammunition were secure as investigations continue. Police have indicated that further inquiries are ongoing as they seek to determine the origin of the firearm and their possible connection to recent criminal activities in the area. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Delon Adams.
A mourning meant for Pago festivities has plunged an East Coast Demerara community into mourning after 2 young siblings tragically drowned in a trench near a water treatment facility at Enterprise. Delon Adams reports.
What began as a day of color, laughter, and celebration ended in heartbreak on the east coast of Demerara as 2 young children lost their lives in a tragic drowning incident on Tuesday morning, March 3, 2026. Dead are 8-year-old Tiana DeCourt and her 10-year-old brother Jaden DeCourt, both pupils of Paradise Primary School. The siblings reportedly drowned in a trench located behind a Guyana Water Incorporated GWI pump station along Melanie Darmashama Enterprise Access Road. According to information from the Guyana Police Force, the incident occurred sometime between 800 hours and 11:05 hours. Primarily, investigations revealed that the children had left their Lot 17 Melanie Public Road home with their mother and were in the Enterprise area when they reportedly wandered away. It is believed that Tiana attempted to refill a water gun in the trench while playing Pago and accidentally slipped into the water. Her brother Jaden reportedly rushed to her assistance but also fell into the trench. Both children disappeared beneath the murky water before an alarm was raised. At approximately 11:05 hours, police received information that 2 children were found motionless in the trench. Their mother was alerted and later identified the bodies as her children. Emergency medical technicians responded to the scene and pronounced both children dead. Authorities stated that no marks of violence were observed on the bodies. When reporters visited the area, there were no visible warning sign, caution tape, or barricades around the trench, where residents said excavation works had recently been carried out. Several residents expressed concern that the trench had been left unusually deep and unsecured. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony visited the grieving family and indicated that counseling services would be made available to relatives affected by the tragedy. Leader of the opposition, Azuddin Mohammed, also met with the family and later raised concern about safety measures at the site. He noted that proper barriers and warning signs should have been installed around the excavation area. According to him, even hours after the incident, the trench had not yet been fully barricaded. The double tragedy has left residents of Enterprise and Melanie in shock as a community that had gathered to celebrate Pago now grapples with the devastating loss of 2 young lives. Police have since launched a full investigation into the circumstances surrounding the drowning. Post-mortem examinations are expected to be conducted as part of the ongoing probe. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Delon Adams.
Health officials are encouraging citizens to prioritize their well-being as National Nutrition Awareness Month is observed. Ashley Smith tells us more in this report.
As March is observed as National Nutrition Awareness Month, health officials are encouraging citizens to adopt healthier eating habits and make informed food choices. The initiative highlights the importance of balanced meals, proper portion control, and increased consumption of fruits and vegetables. Officials say good nutrition plays a critical role in preventing non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension. Activities planned include public education campaigns, school outreach programs, and community-based initiatives aimed at promoting healthier lifestyles. Authorities are urging all Guyanese to use the month as an opportunity to improve their dietary habits and prioritize long-term health and well-being. Reporting for the LRTVS Newswatch, I am Ashley Smith.
Welcome back. We'll now take a look at the local stock exchange markets, compliments of Gasky. And for the bridge report, the Berbice River Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Thursday, March 5th, 2026, from 5:30 hours to 1.5 hours. This schedule is subject to change without notice. And for the weather report, a light rain tonight with a high of 82 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 76 degrees Fahrenheit. There is a 25% chance of precipitation. And tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 83 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's a wrap in tonight's edition of the LRTVS Newswatch. In case you missed a newscast, you can visit our YouTube channel at LRTVS Newswatch to stay abreast of what is happening around you. Remember to subscribe and click the bell icon to know when we post the next video. On behalf of the Newswatch's technical and production team, I am Melina De Freitas. Thank you for watching.